I've always been fascinated by clocks. The intricate gears, the rhythmic ticking, it's like they have a life of their own. So, when I inherited my grandfather's old clock shop, I was thrilled. Among the hundreds of clocks in the shop, one stood out, an antique pocket watch with an inscription on the back that read, "Time is the key." One quiet evening, I decided to clean the watch. As I polished it, I noticed a tiny button hidden beneath the winding knob. Curious, I pressed it. Instantly, I was enveloped in a blinding light. When the light faded, I found myself standing in the same shop, but everything was different. The clocks were all brand new, and the shop was bustling with people. I quickly realized I had traveled back in time to the 1920s when my grandfather was a young man. I tried to stay calm and avoid drawing attention to myself. I decided to explore and figure out how to get back to my own time. That's when I saw him, my grandfather, working diligently on a clock. I approached him and we struck up a conversation. He was kind and patient, just as I remembered. I didn't reveal my true identity, but asked him about the watch. He told me it was a family heirloom, rumored to have magical properties. As days turned into weeks, I grew closer to my grandfather. He taught me everything he knew about clockmaking. One evening, he confided in me about a mysterious man who had given him the watch, saying it would one day help him find something he lost. I knew I had to get back to my time, but I also didn't want to leave. One night, while working late in the shop, I accidentally pressed the button again. The blinding light returned, and I was transported back to my time. The shop was as I left it, with the same old clocks and the same quiet ambiance. But something had changed. On the workbench, where my grandfather used to sit, was a letter addressed to me. With trembling hands, I opened it. It was from my grandfather. He wrote about meeting a stranger who seemed oddly familiar and how that stranger had reignited his passion for clocks. He ended the letter with, "Time is the key. Use it wisely." I realized then that I was the stranger who had inspired my grandfather. The watch had brought me back to fulfill a destiny that was already written. I still have the watch, but I haven't pressed the button again. Maybe one day I will, when the time is right. For now, I cherish the memories of the past and the wisdom of my grandfather, knowing that time truly is the key. I hope you enjoyed the story.